Welcome back to the Deep Dive. So glad you could join us. We're going to journey into September 2025.
Yeah.
And wow, it's looking like a truly pivotal month. This one is really tailored for you, focusing on these like powerful energies happening, especially if you're a Gemini rising. Just a quick reminder, your rising sign or ascendant, that's the sign that was coming up on the horizon when you were born. It really shapes how you kind of come across, first impressions, how you tackle the world. So these transits, super personal.
Exactly. And September, yeah, it isn't just another month. Think of it more like the final act of a really long cosmic play that's been going on. We're seeing some major astrological events happening, really bringing in a period of, well, intense shifts.
Intense shifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the universe is saying, okay, time to be honest, time to be discerning, and definitely adaptable. We're sort of prepping for a whole new cosmic chapter starting in 2026. So this month, it's your chance for one last deep cleanse before that kicks off.
Okay, a deep cleanse. And you mentioned major events. I know eclipses are a big part of this picture, right? Two of them.
That's right. Two big ones.
So first up, September 7th, there's a total lunar eclipse in Pisces. Now, eclipses, they always feel like supercharged moons, don't they?
Yeah.
Speed things up, bring in faded stuff. And a lunar eclipse like this one, it's usually about release,
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's asking us to surrender what's just not serving our highest path anymore, letting go of maybe illusions or expectations that just aren't sustainable, or even dreams that, maybe they're fading a bit.
Right. So a powerful time for letting go, recalibration.
A major recalibration. Then later in the month, September 21st, we get a partial solar eclipse. And this one's at the very, very end of Virgo, the 29th degree. That's critical.
29 degrees. That always feels significant, like an ending point.
It really is. Solar eclipses are about potent new beginnings, but yeah, they often follow a powerful ending or a culmination. This one is absolutely signaling fresh starts, planting new seeds, really purposeful ones, around themes like your health, your work, how you serve others, even just your daily routine.
Okay, so health, work, routine.
Yeah.
It sounds like a real get practical moment. Resetting priorities.
Totally. Get real, reset, pivot towards something more grounded.
So these eclipses, hitting career and home for Gemini risings, it sounds like they're pushing a big cosmic reset button in those core areas.
That's a great way to put it.
So the main takeaway for you, Gemini rising, is expect these big endings and beginnings. Home, career, be ready to release what's not working, because new seeds are definitely getting planted, whether you feel quite ready or not.
Absolutely. And just to add another layer of intensity, Saturn. It retrogrades back into Pisces right at the start of the month, September 1st.
Ah, Saturn retrograde. That always means review, doesn't it?
It does. When a planet seems to move backward like that, it's review and reevaluation time. And this is Saturn's final pass through Pisces until 2026. For you, Gemini rising, this lands right in your 10th house.
Okay, let's break that down. The 10th house, that's career and public image, right?
Right.
What does this final Saturn pass mean there?
Exactly. 10th house is your public world career, status, reputation, how you make your mark. Saturn is the planet of, well, discipline, responsibility, reality checks. So having it retrograde here, it's like hitting pause, making you re-examine professional choices, those long-term goals you've likely been working on or wrestling with since March 2023.
Since March 2023.
Yeah, okay, so it's been a while.
Yeah, and this gives you one last really crucial chance to maybe revisit a career path, get super clear on your professional direction, or just tweak your approach at work. It's about taking ownership, responsibility for any missteps, maybe restoring some credibility if needed.
Wow. Okay, so it's not just looking back. It feels more like a final exam for your career life before moving on.
That's a perfect analogy, a final exam.
Could that mean maybe an opportunity you passed on before might circle back? Like a last chance to step up, get recognized, or maybe take on that leadership role? Absolutely possible. This is really the final wave of these specific challenges designed to kind of lock you in to the growth you've achieved, the training wheels for these particular Saturn lessons. They're definitely coming off early 2026 when Saturn moves into Aries for good.
Got it. So a critical time to reflect, get real, and commit to the work needed in your career so you can meet what's next head on.
Exactly. Use this time wisely.
Okay, so while Saturn's got this intense focus on your public life, just a day later, September 2nd, your own ruling planet, Mercury, shifts focus. It moves into Virgo, your 4th house.
Yes. The 4th house.
Which is totally a different territory, right?
Yeah.
Home, family, emotional roots, security.
Mm-hmm.
So this Mercury transit should bring some like mental sharpness to home matters.
Definitely. It's great for helping you organize your living space or maybe finally communicate your needs clearly within the family. Practical conversations are key here. It's ideal for resolving those nagging household issues.
Practical conversations.
Yeah.
Good.
And this placement is also really good for encouraging some deep reflection on family history. Helps you understand those current emotional patterns or family dynamics playing out now. Finding clarity in your roots, basically.
Clarity in your roots. I like that. But okay, just as things start getting clear at home, September 3rd throws in a little friction. Mercury in that Virgo 4th house squares Uranus in your Gemini 1st house.
Ah, the square.
Squares always feel like tension, right? A challenge. So unexpected pressure between your personal identity, that first house me energy, and your home life in the 4th.
That's exactly it. You might suddenly, like out of the blue, decide to change your living situation. Or maybe you assert yourself way more boldly in family talks, which could definitely surprise people.
Laser surprises.
Or it could be unexpected family news landing on your doorstep. Something that forces you to adapt your plans quickly, maybe rethink some personal decisions you just made.
Right. So it really brings up that question. How flexible are you really prepared to be this month, especially with your personal space and identity?
That is the core question, isn't it? Especially for Geminis who value that freedom so much.
So what's a good way to handle that? Cultivating flexibility when, say, unexpected family news hits close to home?
Well, it's about finding that balance, that equilibrium. Uranus is already in your first house, shaking up your sense of self anyway. This square just asks you to integrate that evolving self with your foundational needs, your home base. The key is probably not to resist the unexpected. Look for those innovative solutions, the ones that honor both your personal changes and your family commitments.
Okay, innovative solutions. Got it.
Yeah.
Then moving on, September 4th, we have Mars in Libra, your 5th house, squaring Jupiter in Cancer, your 2nd house. 5th house, that's creativity, romance, kids, fun. And 2nd house is money, values. So this square, this tension, sounds like a heads up to maybe not overdo it with spending on fun stuff or romantic gestures.
Exactly right. Caution advised. It's super easy to get swept up in the enthusiasm. You might get really excited about a creative hobby or some entertainment thing, or maybe go overboard trying to impress someone romantically. And then you underestimate the cost, or act too fast without thinking it through practically.
Right. So audit those impulse decisions around romance or creative projects. Ask yourself, is this excitement sustainable? Or am I kind of ignoring the practical side?
That's the perfect check-in question to ask.
Okay. Then September 5th, Uranus, that planet of surprises and breakthroughs, starts its retrograde. And it's in Gemini, your first house of self.
Yes, a big internal shift.
So this period really pushes you to reconsider your identity, right? Your goals, how you express yourself. You might find yourself questioning recent life choices, maybe changes you've made to how you present yourself. It sounds like it prompts a move toward being more authentic.
Yeah.
Or maybe trying a more innovative approach to just being you.
Absolutely. And what's really interesting is this retrograde can spark this strong desire to just shed old beliefs about yourself or behaviors that feel outdated. It's like clearing the way for a genuinely fresh outlook on who you are.
An internal recalibration.
Exactly, of your individual path.
And then, boom, September 7th, we've got that big total lunar eclipse in Pisces again, landing right in your 10th house of career and public reputation.
Right where Saturn's doing its final review, too.
Okay, so this feels like a major curtain call for old professional ways of being. Expect some kind of significant closure, maybe, or a culmination of a long-term project, perhaps finally getting that recognition, or maybe making a really big decision about your job.
Definitely. Tensions around your public role, your career path,
Yeah.
they could absolutely peak around this time, prompting a necessary change. It really underlines that theme of surrender and release we talked about earlier.
Surrender and release in the career zone.
Yeah. A real moment of letting go professionally to make space for whatever's coming next.
Gotcha. Okay, now shifting into mid-month. It looks like home and finances get some nice supportive energy for a bit.
Yeah,
Around September 12th and 13th.
they do.
The Sun and Mercury are in your 4th house of home, and they make a nice sextile to Jupiter in your 2nd house of money. Sextiles are usually flowing, easy aspects, right? Bringing opportunities.
Yes, sextiles are helpful. This is genuinely good news. Think positive money talks with family. Maybe you secure funds for home improvements, or you finally sort out annoying household admin, like leases or contracts.
Oh, that sounds productive.
It is. It's a time for... Exactly. This opposition really highlights that tension between your career duties and your home obligations. You might feel stretched really thin. It could lead to some temporary stress, maybe frustration.
Feeling pulled in two directions.
Yeah. Or Pressure from work, maybe critical feedback, could force you to rethink your approach there or reconsider just how much you're committed to professionally versus personally. It brings up that boundary question again.
Right. Where do I need to draw the line this month to keep my sanity?
That's the million-dollar question right there.
Okay, meanwhile, on September 15th, there's a lovely aspect. Venus in Leo, your third house of communication, sextiles Mars in Libra, your fifth house of romance and joy.
Ah, yes, that's a nice one.
Sounds harmonious.
It really is. This creates a fantastic vibe for expressing creative ideas or maybe sharing romantic feelings. Your communication should be pretty charismatic, could lead to successful romantic meetups or just strengthening bonds you already have through really heartfelt chats. It's definitely got a wonderfully flirty, expressive energy to it.
Flirty energy, okay.
Yeah.
And then, on the same day, September 18th, which looks packed, your ruler Mercury moves into Libra, joining Mars in that fifth house of creativity, romance, kids.
Adding more fuel to that fire.
So this just boosts your ability to communicate with charm and creativity even more. Sounds like a great time for presenting artistic stuff, flirting, or just connecting well with kids.
Absolutely. You might find yourself really drawn to social activities, maybe connecting effortlessly with new potential romantic interests, or just finding joy expressing yourself through hobbies.
Nice. But, okay, simultaneously on September 18th, Mercury in Libra opposes Neptune and Aries, your 11th house.
Ah, yes. Neptune brings the fog sometimes.
11th house is groups, friends, hopes, dreams. So while your personal communication is charming, this opposition could stir up confusion, maybe miscommunication in your social circles, could strain friendships or group projects.
It could. You might feel suddenly unsure about someone's intentions, maybe a friend or someone in a group. It might make you a bit cautious about sharing personal stuff or even your creative ideas for a bit.
So a moment to be discerning about where you put your energy socially, and maybe not jump to conclusions about friends.
Exactly. Take a beat. Get clear before reacting.
Okay, but wait, there's more on the 18th. Mercury also simultaneously trines Uranus in your Gemini first house and Pluto in your Aquarius ninth house.
Yes. A grand trine, practically.
Trines are super supportive, right? Ease opportunity.
They are. This is a really powerful alignment. It strongly supports innovative self-expression, especially tied to learning. You could find yourself successfully launching new creative ideas, maybe using online platforms or through some kind of educational channel.
Cool.
Or it could pop up as unexpected chances for travel or maybe pursuing higher education, something that really broadens your horizons, expands your worldview. It's about finding those cutting-edge ways to communicate the new you that's emerging.
Finding innovative ways to communicate your evolving self.
Mm.
Love that. Okay, so just as Venus enters Virgo in your fourth house on the 19th, bringing harmony and deeper family connections, good time to spruce up the living space, maybe.
Definitely nesting vibes there.
We hit another tension point. September 20th, the Sun in Virgo opposes Saturn in Pisces again.
Yep, echoing that Mercury-Saturn opposition from the 17th.
So this just doubles down on that challenge of balancing home life and career ambitions.
Pretty much. External pressure at work could really disrupt the peace at home, demanding that you reevaluate and set some really clear boundaries.
Okay, so if home stuff seems to hold back career progress temporarily, patience, careful prioritizing.
Patience and prioritizing are absolutely key. Find the best balance you possibly can.
And then, September 21st, the other big one, the partial solar eclipse at 29 degrees Virgo, right in your fourth house of home and family.
A big reset for your foundations.
A massive fresh start, it sounds like. Expect to kick off major changes in your living situation, maybe deal with stuff related to your mother, decide to move, end a lease, find a new place, maybe even renovate significantly.
All of the above are possible. It's a potent new beginning energy focused right there. And this eclipse can also bring some profound emotional clarity around family dynamics. It might prompt you to set new boundaries or maybe improve relationships through really practical, grounded talks.
A fresh start for your roots, building a new sense of security.
Exactly. A chance to rebuild from ground up, emotionally speaking.
Then the very next day, September 22nd, Mars charges into Scorpio, your sixth house.
Ah, the sixth house, work, health, daily grind.
So Mars here really amps up your drive to get things done, improve health habits. You might get super proactive, tackling workplace issues, or starting a disciplined new health routine.
Definitely. Mars in Scorpio is focused and determined. You'll have energy for those things. However, just a heads up, workplace dynamics could also get a bit more intense, maybe more competitive. You'll want to be strategic in how you handle relationships with coworkers then.
Navigate with intention.
Yeah.
Got it. Also on the 22nd, the sun moves into Libra. Your
Yeah.
fifth house, creativity, kids, romance, self-expression. And it's the fall equinox.
Yes, a shift towards more joy and balance.
So this period should really boost your enjoyment of creative hobbies, social life. You'll be consciously looking for more balance between work and fun, prioritizing pleasure and romance. Sounds like a nice transit.
It really is a welcome shift after some of the intensity. Focus on joy.
But always a but. Watch out on September 23rd. The sun in Libra opposes Neptune in Aries, back in that 11th house of friends and groups.
Right. Similar theme to the Mercury-Neptune opposition earlier.
So, potential for fuzzy boundaries again. Confusion between friends and romantic interests. Might need to clear up misunderstandings in social groups or be really careful navigating romantic expectations with friends.
Exactly. Keep things clear. Unclear social obligations could also make you feel like your personal freedom or creative expression is being limited somehow. Might prompt a need for clarity there, too.
Don't be afraid to ask for what you need. Good advice.
Always.
Okay, last one. September 24th. Mars in Scorpio, your 6th house, squares Pluto in Aquarius, your 9th house.
Ooh, Mars square Pluto. That's intense.
6th house daily routine work versus 9th house beliefs long-term goals. Sounds like potential power struggles, conflicts between daily grind and bigger picture stuff.
It can definitely trigger that. Workplace conflicts could flare up, especially if they stem from different core values or beliefs. Careful diplomacy will be needed to avoid things blowing up.
Okay, so maybe take it easy that day.
Definitely advise taking it easy. Also, a strong urge to make big health or lifestyle changes might clash with your established beliefs or maybe prior commitments you've made. You might need to reconsider and find some kind of strategic compromise that works.
Strategic compromise. Seems like a key theme this month.
It really is.
Wow. Okay, so for Gemini risings, September 2025 is, intense, revealing, but ultimately it sounds really helpful. Those eclipses are seriously stirring things up, pushing you closer to your real path.
Absolutely. And what's so fascinating, like we said at the start, is that the end of 2025 really is the final chapter of a much, much longer cosmic story. You've got Saturn doing its last pass in Pisces. Neptune, too, is making its final rounds there before moving on. Uranus is doing its last sweep through Taurus. We are all collectively in the thick of this powerful, energetic reckoning.
Ushering in a new world soon.
Truly. And this month is like one last deep dive into the past, spiritually, emotionally, energetically. It's allowing all those old illusions, those outdated structures, those unresolved patterns to surface so we can finally close the loops on them.
Okay. So wrapping up, what does this all mean for you listening now as we look ahead? It sounds like this is your absolute crucial chance to do that inner cleanup before early 2026 hits. Because that's when those major planets, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, even Pluto, really anchor into new signs for the long haul. It's not just a new collective era starting then, but a profoundly personal one for you too.
Exactly. We're not just turning a page here. We are genuinely beginning a whole new cosmic chapter. So use these powerful September energies. Use them to meet the future head on with more purpose, more clarity than before.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into September's powerful energies. We're wishing you immense strength and clarity for this really transformative month ahead. Take some time, maybe reflect on what really resonated with you today, and try to embrace these changes with an open heart. Remember, it's all part of your unique cosmic journey.